You corrected it right away.
Oh, I didn't.
You-
I shot down things, see if there's going on,
Okay.
and that's what was wrong. That trees, but that's already adjusted here.
Yes, it is. We need to make a decision on, see if we can get, you know which tree that, the big offender is? You know where that, on Lake Street, there's that old, it used to be, it was a restaurant for all of 3 months down across from
Oh,
Brown
yeah,
Street.
on the left-hand side.
Down across from Brown Street, right? Yes,
Yeah,
it has the RIP.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, it needs to be mine.
Right. Yes, it was, that's right. There's one just south of that. I don't even know if it's on that property, I think it's another property, I don't know if you want to do that, she owns it. That's where it is, it kind of hangs out, or it gets that way.
yeah.
That's the biggest one, there are a few others, but that one I think you might be able to address.
And that is in the village, so the county can't help us at all.
Right, but it's a matter of who would take the responsibility for it. We, you know, if it were back on the property and causing a problem, we wouldn't do anything about it. But if it's in the public way, and it's interfered with some part of the job, then I think at that point, in the present, we can take it down. I don't think we tell the property owner to take it down.
So I know, like for the state, it's on state right away. And if it's not followed up, it falls on the state or bank,
Oh, okay.
you know, I mean, it's hoping the way it's hurt, but that's.
Yeah, but if we take it down, it becomes an issue. But if it does get in the way of the plow, it's an understanding. Because it's right there, it's right, if there were a curve, it would be right on the curve.
Well, we had that big storm, the pine trees above my house, you couldn't drive a pickup over there.
Okay.
You
Oh, yeah, you showed them to me once.
pull right down, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And,
We could probably chop them in the street.
oh yeah, we could cut a tree back, you know, but just gotta be
I
done.
mean, utility companies do. Right. I don't know, they do,
Oh, yeah.
it's the same idea.
Yeah,
Just
well,
chop back, so
on
we can-
Johnson Street extension and Dowell,
Yep.
that street light you cannot see at all in the summertime.
All right,
Because the branches are so thick and with leaves and stuff, you know, and they just hang everywhere, but there's wires.
right.
Mine was there one day, and I asked him, he said, I'll put you on the list, but don't hold your breath.
Yeah.
And you haven't done this, this in years.
All right, so maybe that's something we do for the spring, we make a, put a laundry list together.
Now, Joe Conan's name came up there.
Okay. It was supposed to be department heads, so I guess he's signing in for. Thank you. All right. Good evening, welcome to the Village of Richfield Springs Board of Trustees meeting for 29th of December 2020. Can we get a pledge of allegiance, please, Council Chair? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right, let's get started here. Department shared services with DOT. Do you know anything about that, Dale? So, okay. What I'm getting is a bunch of emails from towns saying they don't know what their responsibility is and if they would be able to, financially meet the responsibility. So I'm happy to keep waiting until we get something definite. That was a contract with a whole bunch of blank spaces. Anybody wants to look at it, let me know. You have in front of you the DPW report for the last couple of weeks. Any committee, anything noteworthy from the committees? Peace officer?
You know, just as I would like to see us at least submit to be licensed,
Okay,
you know, in January, if we can get to that.
all right, let's get that all, put together. Water board, order bills come out next week, right, Dan?
Correct.
Okay, and Climate Smart, nothing, just yet, they're starting to get up momentum also, I may be having something in the next few weeks. Department of Health, you have that communication or do I?
It was just, basically that they confirmed that your stipulation, acceptance of their stipulation.
Okay, what about the Department of Health, no, the fire contracts. I think it's down here, but let's get that out of the way while I'm thinking of it. We're good to go with fire contracts, right? We have to change the date. I didn't get to read the email that Michelle sent back. The public hearing dates were for the towns, not the village, right?
I went for emails to the counter to that, but every year we are supposed to have one.
We do.
We do? We did?
Hey, everyone.
We're live, we're live. When we approve the rates, don't we?
Right.
No, it's not.
But she's telling me like we have to have a public hearing, which I thought we did that initially in the very old, fire contracts, the way they were designed. It was like 19, whatever year, it was, where the village decided to do this.
Okay,
And it was just that carryover, that was the public hearing date that the contracts commenced initially. But every year they have to do it because it goes on to the taxes.
right.
So I don't know, I've got to ask her more about it because I just read that today.
Okay, so they're good to go now and see the town.
They've already run,
Okay, so we'll make sure we get it all in line for next. It's getting easier, isn't it?
every time I think that, I stumble.
Okay. All right, so that's taken care of. An issue came up, crossing guard was put out of work because school closed. When at the first declaration of emergency by the governor, we authorized everybody to be paid their salaries because we had the budget all in place and we were prepared to pay them. This is something different. There's no more state of emergency. And I would ask that we don't pay our crossing guard every time school shuts down because of a total emergency. I didn't make that decision. I want to leave that to this trustee board. Keep in mind that there is no longer a state of emergency. But that job relies on some other government for his hours. Okay, crossing guard relies on the school. I'm worried that if we do continue to pay that job, we leave us open to the rest of the village. But that's just a first or second thought for me, so I want to leave it up to you and get your opinions and see what you want to do. We haven't paid crossing guard. I decided we would pay him retro if we pay him at all. So he hasn't been paid for the time that he was not working.
Does he collect unemployment?
Well, that was gonna be my question.
I don't know,
Should be.
I don't know, it's never been an issue because it's, he gets his hours or he doesn't. And nobody that didn't work COVID, COVID emergency collected unemployment. I should say that.
No.
They did, that's right.
Because by all legalities, if you know I'm part-time for the town, I can collect unemployment
Okay,
4 days that I don't work.
all right, so then that's the answer, isn't it? That's the answer, he's eligible for unemployment.
That's what I would think. I mean, and maybe if that's not the case, then we revisit it. But I think
Didn't even think of that.
You have to go online and apply and see.
it's a small portion of what he makes on a regular salary, but
Well, plus you'd be getting $300 on top of
Right,
because it's a COVID effect, so you're right. So he would be
it.
probably making more than what he would make.
so I'll send that back to the treasurer. Thanks
So
for that.
there's no traffic whatsoever in the school.
What do you mean? No, they're off until first of the year, right?
The 18th, I think it's the 18th.
Oh, they are?
Yeah,
Well, he's not crossing anybody. There's nobody to cross.
until they go back to school.
Right.
It's just like on vacation.
Right, but he has 180 days worth of pay ordinarily. This is probably cut back to 100. Probably 160 now. All right, I'll tell that, I'll pass that message along.
Okay.
Thank you for that. You have your financials, they're distributed, they're for the month ending November. Deputy Clerk Treasurer, not here. Clerk Barra,
Did you want to waive the reading and approve the minutes?
Sure, let's do that. Wait, if there's no objection, wait the reading of minutes from the previous meeting. And a second.
Second.
And a vote.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
And yes.
And then abstract number 14, general fund, $14,017.15. Water fund, $33,112.87. Sewer fund, $5,991.18. Trust and agency, $103.30, for a total of $53,224.50.
Motion, if you would, to approve all of the claims with three signatures.
Oh,
One more. And a second.
Second.
And vote.
Yes.
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 And yes.
So do we need to schedule a public hearing date? We can look into it in the meantime to find out if that's accurate or not.
Start again. I didn't hear
The
all.
next item, the fire department contract public hearing date. Should we be scheduling a date?
We will.
Okay.
Uh,
And then,
Let's presume that we're still ironing out the kinks.
okay,
Everybody's satisfied with the way it looks right now. Yep. We'll just do it right next time.
well, if it is what we have to do, I just want to make sure.
Well, we still need to confer with our
Exactly.
council.
And then the laborer pay for the paper, we need the rate and the deadline for the application, and I'll resubmit that.
Okay, is that all you want to put in there? That'll make your,
Everything else is fine. I mean, when you decide to do the interviewing, that's going to have to be there, but the application deadline date should always be in there as
okay,
well.
so we have, we corrected the pay, what did I tell you, 1410?
Yep.
And what did we have advertised?
What was it, advertised for 1452?
52. 52, yeah, okay. So 1410 is the rate, and you need to know how long we're gonna leave the application time open.
Right.
When is it closed? When's the last application accepted?
That's up to you, whatever you know, usually it's about a 2-week period. But take into account that the next ad will go into the pen saver next Thursday.
Okay. So. So we can get the last, say the 22nd, everything in by the 22nd of January,
Okay.
and we'll start scheduling interviews after that. Does anybody object to that? We can have somebody hired hopefully by mid-February.
We have applicants now.
There's one, and I'm gonna ask you to call that person and just tell him he's still interested, that the rate is incorrectly posted. Okay. And that we're gonna repost it.
How about other personnel person do it?
I thought that was you.
Julie's.
Oh, then yes, that whoever should do it.
Yeah.
No, that's not a big deal, just let him know it was a mistake.
Exactly,
It's being screened, but if he's not interested, we'll work it out.
exactly.
Okay, thank you for that. Anything else?
Um,
You set the deadline, I gave you a deadline?
122.
Yep, 122.
And yes, that is a paper.
Okay. I have nothing, has anybody? The ambulance. What do we have to do for the ambulance now?
And contract.
Okay.
And Mr. Breckman.
And for Ms. Brecker, and the money's taken, that's what I talked about earlier, right?
If we have to do it again, we have to do it again. It's a time frame thing, which it'll be the fire department.
Actually, we signed that contract, we've already obligated ourselves.
Can you repeat the question?
What time to think about this ambulance? It's kind of thrust upon us very quickly.
It was.
But
I
if you have a chance to
understand.
Look at it.
I understand the reason why it's pushed, it'll save us money, but I mean, I don't need it, so,
No doubt about that.
I mean,
Yeah, so we make our thought before we got a fire truck.
right.
Fire truck instead.
What if we have it, well, that we got a grant for.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Are we gonna be able to get any grant money toward this?
Barra, yeah, I don't know. I
Okay,
don't know.
okay. That could be something that's
It would offset.
secured after we met though, correct? I would think, right?
There are all kinds of grants out there. Don, you got a little bit about, you said the state wasn't that great. Did they?
No, that's about what we're saying if we sign tonight, 3,000. But I don't know how true, that due to the specs, and I any money into it.
Right.
But they changed the interior lighting to blue LEDs instead of white. Because it looks cool. And it's like $3,000 more. I mean, things like that bother me, if that's true. You know, I don't know why somebody would start that rumor, but what else have they done? You know, because, you know, and that's the only thing I don't know. I mean, I didn't have a chance, that's the first time I saw that, so.
We need more time to look at it, we don't have to do this tonight.
Well, if we won't do it, time, if we'll do what, $9,000 or whatever,
Right.
you know?
And he was pretty confident that the markup was gonna be, could even be more
Sure.
after the new year. because
Yeah,
of
exactly.
COVID stuff.
Exactly.
If we commit tonight, that commits us to this
Also,
year's price that hasn't been affected for COVID stuff.
I also don't, let's start something, start this kind of process where we can
Can I interject here?
all,
Right.
Can anybody hear me?
Yes,
Can I interject, Madam Mayor?
it's Chris Heinrich.
Okay, thank you. Yes, go ahead.
I just want to clarify, the only thing that signing a contract with us tonight solidifies basically is the relationship between Vandermolen and Fire and Richfield Springs and moving forward with that ambulance. Now, the details of the specifications of that ambulance can be changed at least 3 months into the build time. So you have plenty of time to discuss any alterations to the contract. So I overheard, $3,000 for blue LED lights. That's false. It's $2,000, but they weren't just blue LED lights. But there's certainly some things to the contract that were added as far as the specification. The contract itself has not changed other than us adding the wording that it's coming from the Sourcewell contract, which was all the same to begin with, but we clarified that in the contract as well as the proposal. So if that makes any sense to you, we're just closing the pricing book if you sign a contract with us before the pricing changes as of the first of the year.
So we're just agreeing tonight to $234,700.
You're not agreeing to pay anything tonight. The only thing you're agreeing to is that we will be building you an ambulance. The details of that, if you want to pay on delivery, that would even be fine. If you want to prepay a chassis, as long as you do it before the January 28th, that's fine. As far as paying for anything, that's not part of what that contract is about.
Which one? Contract price?
So what I'm trying to explain is just because you sign that tonight doesn't mean you owe that tomorrow. Does that make sense?
There is, no, that's just a benefit from the discount, yeah.
Okay, sure.
That, yes. Dale's question here, the purchase price net payment is due upon signing the contract. But it goes on to say to benefit from the prepaid discount, which was a couple $1,000. The payment is not made for delivery to the purchaser, the discount shall not apply unless otherwise specified here. So we check, but that's, there's more to it than that.
Right. So that contract price, technically, if you choose to do so, wouldn't be due until delivery of the ambulance.
Okay.
And
You just would then.
If necessary, how long do we have to make changes to the add-on?
So you have the entire build time to make changes. However, just like anything in manufacturing, it's a little bit more expensive after that project has already been completed. So to say that you can change compartment dimensions and things like that 6 months into production, that would be not cost effective. For the next 3 months, at least, all that pricing remains the same. The factory determines what that pricing is going to be after production. So to redo something they've already done would be quite a bit more expensive. However, like the case of the LED lights, those can be added or deleted at least for the next 3 months, if not into even further past that.
Okay. Thank you.
And it would obviously all have to be approved or disapproved by the committee and myself. So any changes requested by the committee.
Right, I was just asking to clarify that.
Yep.
Okay, thank you for that, Chris. So,
And Michelle, the village attorney did confirm that the proposal is in order.
right, and we got the wording that we needed. I don't know if it's in that book, but to allow us to piggyback onto their contract, onto their person.
The fire chief and Ralph Wellington are on an EMS run right now. They told me to advise you.
Thank you.
All right then, if you're all on board, there's only a motion to sign this contract. You wanna look at it? Pass that around?
This is in here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Should be same. Not 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And should you make that motion, one can see the, you know, referendum,
Okay.
the fire department equipment reserve account.
So, we're going through this and word it.
I think so.
Motion to approve, signing the contract and issuing this referendum to cover costs using the fire department equipment reserve.
I think I'm moving.
And a second, and a vote,
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes, yes. All right, we'll send it to you.
Very good, Madam Mayor.
Oh, I don't sign this one.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is your account.
Oh, there's more to it.
And the other one, another one, because we should have original for Dundas.
Okay. You want me to come in and do this another day, or you do this tomorrow? Since I'm all,
That's fine. That's fine.
thank you.
You need another one of those?
Is it an original? Yes. All
Could be.
I listened.
right, well, we'll take care of that one. Thanks.
I can come another one.
All right. We, head into the trustees section, trustee Walsh, you have anything for us tonight? Okay. Trustee Putnam?
Sooner or later, we're gonna have to have a discussion about taxes, because, rumor has it, and news has it, that, our glorious governor wants to raise taxes. He hasn't spoken how much or when. But for myself and for other people in this village that I've talked to, they are completely against us raising taxes. Our tax base is getting smaller. I would oppose any raise in taxes. But until we have that discussion, with that.
All right. Trustee Leonard?
Nope.
All done.
Knocked it all off, didn't we? Trustee Leonard?
I have one thing. It was brought to my attention by one of my neighbors, like yourself. And I noticed it the other day. Our village guys go down and blow the sidewalks off. The whole street is blown, except for in front of his building. They go out on the road and around and come back in. And apparently at one point in time, he had mentioned something to whatever employee was doing it, and said he had just got done doing his driveway and they left the chute down to the right and blew it into his driveway as they went past. And he said, hey, can you blow it like over there on the side and not on my driveway? And he thinks because he said that, he made someone mad maybe, and that's why they go around his driveway now, or around his storefront, or, front block. And he said, he just wanted to clarify that, for one, he didn't mean don't do it at all. He meant just if you could help it, try not to blow it right back in the driveway. And two, he would appreciate it if his sidewalk could get done
Okay.
when they come through. I have pictures,
Message?
I can, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
You know the whole story.
yes. So I just wanted to bring it up here though and make everyone aware of that.
Where's it at?
Bob next building.
Tractor
right next
park.
door. The whole street is done, and you can see the tracks, it's right after they went right around and back in. So,
Maybe there was a misunderstanding.
right, so it's, I'm assuming it's a misunderstanding, and we'll just, I'll mention it.
This, the last one we talked about?
In the last storm and the storm after that, they went out twice with the snow blower so far, and both times they went out.
The only thing I do know is the different person doing it, and Rick did, he was off,
Right,
so maybe he didn't know, I don't know.
right, but it's the only place where it went out and
You
came
can
back.
talk to Tony about that.
Yeah, so I can give Tony a call or stop and see,
Thank you.
but I just wanted to let you guys know.
And that brings up another point. There was some discussion with one of the village residents of snow being tossed out into the road. After our guys went through, plowed in the driveway, well, plowed it in because they were cleaning up banks. And this person apparently just took it upon himself to clean out his own driveway, threw it into the road. And that's against New York state law as well as village law. So if you hear of anybody doing that, remind them that it is against state law to put anything in the street.
I'd like to piggyback off a little bit of what Luke was saying. I have noticed, and I know it's not a simple thing to do, but when they're plowing on a main road and they have side roads, they tend to plow in the end of the side road. And you got snow that deep, the end of the side road. Driving through it ain't fun, walking through it sure isn't fun. If they could just come around with a pickup, with a plow on the front, that's all it takes. Scoop it out.
And at the risk of micromanaging our department's judgment,
Well,
They
they
gotta clean it up.
gotta clean it up.
we get it cleaned up, but a lot of times there's enough snowfall, they have to get it done quickly.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm saying. You got a road coming down here, and then you got a side road coming out. They plow down this way, they've already plowed the side roads. Now you got a great big huge bank at the end of the side road.
In the road you're
On
talking?
the street,
Right at the end of the road, right? Where the
so
street is.
traffic can't enter or exit the street.
It's pretty dangerous for them to.
Do they go back through and clean it up though?
That's what I'm saying.
A picture probably would be best.
Yeah, we could use some pictures.
Yeah.
Well, they do need a little practice with the wing, especially when they cool.
Yeah.
Because they tend to go wide, so they don't hit nothing,
Okay.
and they do leave,
Right.
it comes to a bottleneck sooner or later.
And they gotta realize the trucks do shift, the need to shift with the weight. And so when they're trying to cut in on the corner, they're really not cutting in on the corner. The truck's going here, now you got the wing lifting up, and it's doing up.
If you can, certainly, if you know firsthand that's going on, you could mention it, but you could mention it as a suggestion.
I mean, all it would take is go pick up the plow.
Well, I wouldn't tell them how to do it, but mention that this obstruction is in the street.
Right.
Let them figure out how to clean it up. Okay.
You know, we don't have a pickup for a while, but your truck's not that bigger. So, you know, we can, yeah, you're right.
Anything else for this table?
No.
If there is nothing else, we'll look for motion to adjourn.
Oh.
All right, have a happy new year. Thank you.
Yes. What was this? Report from Tony.
DPW, we're on. Are we still on? Are we still on?
You want to do that one, and I'll wait on the first meeting.
Do the thing. We're kind of-
Yeah, it's once you're in there, and like, she called me, she
Yeah,
said,
they
"You
were-
know, for it."
What she did with that? She put, I was all into it.
No.
And then I didn't say nothing, but she didn't realize it was that, and then she saw my that's some projects, 14 times.
Oh,
Are you available?
Oh,
Thank you, Chris. Have a nice holiday.
You as well. Take care. I would just wanted to let you know an electronic copy would probably be preferred. Obviously the original would be great, but I got to submit the order tomorrow, so to get in before the timeline.
Electronic copy is enough.
Yep, electronic copy works for us because it's a Vandermolen contract.
Dale has an email address. She can do it because I just signed it.
Okay, yeah. If you have a scanner or anything works for us, email copy.
Yeah, she can do that.
Okay, very good. Thanks. Have a good holiday, guys.
You too.
I got one, that's me, Doctor.
Love Luke.
Doctor, thank you, yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, no, I knew I was not a little late, but.
Yeah, I know, I agree.
First name was good, yeah. There's all wishes behind me.
That's my house phone, I do have an answering machine, so.
Barb, would you give me your, just a photo, so I can call it from the